Hello, guys, and welcome back to another episode of The Ho Show. Today I'm joined by my co host Riley McDermott, as usual, and our special guest, our classmate from back in ISB, Ethan Ma. Welcome, Ethan.
Thanks, guys.
So Ethan, let's establish like a timeline of like how we all know each other first, because we were talking about this before we started the show. But like, it's kind of weird how we all met each other, and like even Ryan, who was supposed to be our last guest, but that like podcast failed for the moment. Like even how we met him. So, because I know we knew each other before IMG, but that's where like we got to know each other more. But like obviously, I had to know, or did I know Ed Han actually probably more, right? Going in, because I knew Ed Han from elementary school. So just like establish that. When did you get to ISB, then and when you left, and then like from there on out.
Okay, so I joined in 5th grade. Yeah, 5th grade, and then all the way through middle school. And then I think IMG was in 8th grade. And then I stayed till our freshman year, and then that's when I left for boarding school, and I repeated a year, so I'm technically like a year behind you guys right now.
Yeah. So I joined, well, I know I joined in 5th grade too. I came to ISB in 5th grade too. But I met Ed Han in elementary school, and then we became friends in elementary school. And then I don't think I knew you until the 8th grade year.
Yeah.
Or at least. And then...
It just seems kind of like a blur.
Yeah. And then, like, I was like, oh, Ed Han's here too? I didn't even know. How did we even, like, know all of each other was at IMG in the first place? I don't even know. I think I might, like, seen Ed Han's WeChat story or something. I was like, oh shit, they're here too. So
yeah, I just started like digging around. I think I saw both of you guys like walking into the dorm or something, and like we reached out, I guess. But
yeah, because we could not stand our roommate. Who did you even have as a roommate? Did you even have that bad of a roommate or anything that made you guys come in?
It was just me and Ed like the first like 2 weeks, and then we had you guys for a week, and then we had David for the last 2, I think.
Oh, so you stayed like the whole summer for that then too?
Yeah, dude, 5 weeks, man.
So then you and Arho, when did you even get to ISB? You came in like 7th or 8th grade, right?
It was 8th grade, yeah.
8th grade, yeah. But we knew each other, so we knew each other from Sports Beijing baseball outside of before you came to ISB. And same as like I knew Ethan Wen from sports, we all knew Ethan Wen before he came in freshman year from Sports Beijing basketball. But like you came through Sports Beijing baseball, but then you and Ethan also met outside of, or also like first encountered each other outside of ISB too, right? With the ping pong thing that you guys were talking about earlier.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever formally met him though.
Yeah, bro, but you played like next to me.
Yeah, yeah, but I didn't know your
didn't
name.
acknowledge
his
existence at all.
Like I barely remembered you, dude.
Yeah, that's fair.
Arho, did you ever go to IMG? I don't even remember. Did you ever go to IMG? Nah.
I was going to go.
Yeah,
that summer David went.
Yeah,
but I just didn't go.
The summer David went, was that the summer David went and stayed with us? For that,
yeah, I was
going to
go
days?
that summer, but...
No,
yeah, David like came in late. He was like the last person, our roommate, and we like didn't know if he was going to come. And then he like walks in at like midnight, and they like just like turn a light on while we're all like half asleep. And then David just walks to his bed, and like I kid you not, like one or two days later, David's like, fuck this shit, and then he just like walks out on us and like goes to another room because of our fucking big ass roommate. And then Ryan and I, like after the first week, because Ryan and I were staying for 2 weeks, we like sat our roommate down and we're like, yo bro, you got any like other friends that like are going to camp right now? Because like we're like tired of your shit, can you like just leave? And then he's like, oh, yeah. Yeah. I was like, we were like kind of scared because he's like for the football camp or whatever. And he's like, O-lineman.
Yeah,
he looked like an O-lineman, dude.
Yeah.
He was like super dumb. But like, we were like, but he was actually cool about it. He was cool about it. We saw him like 1 or 2 times, not talk to him, but like saw him eating at like the dining hall. And then like, that's when I found out like Ethan and, I think I found out before that Ethan and Edward were staying there because I was like, okay, we got to set them up as roommates and then kick this guy out. Then we went down the front desk and they like managed it all, and then we stayed with them for the next week after that. And that was a pretty fun time. That was like the only fun time at IMG because the next year we came back, we had like 2 dickhead roommates again for baseball, and they were just like assholes.
Oof.
Oh right, you guys went for 2 summers.
Wait, I went that summer too.
Oh really?
Yeah.
You guys both went for 2
You
summers?
you went that
No, we
same
didn't
other
match at
summer.
the times. Yeah.
Uh,
No, we didn't match at the times.
Yeah, that's true. I think
Yeah.
we're not good at matching. Arho and I went to the same like B1 baseball camp and didn't match. He didn't match up his time.
yeah,
either.
it was like
Oh,
back-to-back
bro.
weeks.
Yeah, that was so terrible,
Bruh.
dude. And then you got put with like the younger division group. Oh my god.
Yeah, that was kind of bad, but
Oh, I get it,
I was trash though.
bruh.
They just look at your skill and they're like, you go to the 15-year-olds.
Yeah. No, I was
Oh yeah.
like
You were
my
younger.
age was
Yeah, 'cause your
I was
birthday.
I was younger than you guys, so like it was the right age group,
Yeah.
but not the right grade level.
Yeah. So Ethan, you stayed until freshman year, and then sophomore year you came back to the States. Well, that's to presume that you lived in the States before. Did you? Or where'd you live before coming to ISB?
Nah, man. I grew up in Beijing, so
Or just going to a different school before 5th grade?
yeah, I went to Dulwich for like.
Right, you were at Dulwich back then too.
Yeah,
Oh my god,
dude.
I keep forgetting that.
Yeah, we all came from Dulwich.
Wait, did we have the same year at Dulwich at any time? When did you go to?
I don't think so.
Oh, I think you went to ISB the year I went to Dulwich.
Yeah.
Wait, where were you before? I keep forgetting that Arho you even went to Dulwich. Where did you go before that? Like local Chinese school?
I went to Harrow, and then before that was
Harrow?
2
Oh my
Chinese
god.
schools.
Harrow? Oh my.
Yeah,
Dude, this is
dude,
so
there's
nostalgic,
like
dude.
3 other
British
three
schools.
other Harrow kids at ISB in our
Really?
grade. Yeah.
Dude, I just remember Harrow from like elementary school sports or like middle school.
Oh my god,
Dude,
yeah. Harrow sports was ass.
Dude.
It was like the worst.
I keep
of the
forgetting all
worst.
these schools that we played against. It brings back a lot of memories. Yeah, but then
Yeah.
okay, so Ethan, you left in after freshman year, and then you went
Mhm.
to the States to boarding school. What boarding school was
Dude,
that?
yeah. It's called St. George's School. It's in Rhode Island. It's like next to a beach. It's just this like really preppy place. A lot of like rich white people. No offense. If
Yeah.
that offends anyone.
No.
Yeah.
They say you
Very-
say anything on this.
Yeah.
I already determined that.
What's like the biggest difference you felt like?
Dude, I don't know. It's just like I mean, obviously I'm very privileged to have like gone, but it was like a very like weird experience because there was only like 2 or 3 Asian kids in my grade, and then a couple of them left after the first year. So I went from like being part of like a majority to like quickly becoming like a minority, and it was like just like a weird experience, and like a lot of things were really like new and like fresh. But like, you know, I liked America, and fuck, I mean, dude, it was like a school next to a beach. So I had a fun time, but like, you know, it was just really weird. I'm not gonna lie. Like a lot of people had like houses in the Hamptons and like fucking like partied and like dude, it was just so like like detached. Like I just like be like, oh, like my house is in the Hamptons and like the water runs gray sometimes. I'm like, I don't relate to that, man. Like, where is the Hamptons? Like,
Yeah.
I had to search that shit up.
Yeah, as a kid that grew up in like, you know, the other side of the world, it's like, yo.
Yo, what the fuck? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Fun time though.
Sounds like that's kind of like the same for me.
Yeah.
Well, not really, because I started in the international school scene. We did like super young, like because I came to like I went to
Yeah.
Thailand when I was in 1st grade, so then I
Mm.
kind of like knew not about the American like school culture or anything, and that
Yeah.
just like kind of anyone like even the friends I made like from like America and like or Canada or wherever, in like
Yeah.
Thailand and in China, like from outside, like we didn't really know what it was like growing up outside like an international school system and environment where like everything's
Yeah.
like so close knit, like Shuni community and like the ISB community where you like all basically knew each other and were like involved in the other events. So it's kind of like
Yeah.
I didn't have that like opposite effect that you did when you went back. And I guess you said that it was like fine when you went back and it's like didn't really like have a big culture shock or show much effect at all, right?
Yeah, no, yeah, it was fine, but it was just really weird, like little things, like Snapchat, fucking like hookup culture was really weird. I did not understand it even until like my senior year, and then like shit like, I don't know, man. And then like in every grade in my school, there's this like group of like really like popular blonde chicks and like really popular blonde white guys, and they all like just like huddled in one group, and they all like lived on the same floors and shit because it was like a boarding school, and then like all the Asians lived in this one dorm called East, and it was just like cornered off to like the rest of campus. I think I think I did the math. It was like 17 Chinese dudes, like a couple of Koreans, and then like a black guy, and then like 3 white guys. So it was just like this like dorm that was like super diverse, and it just like cornered off, and they just like did their own thing.
Wait, so did they? Who picked the dorms? Do you guys choose
we
it?
get to choose, yeah.
Oh, so they like voluntarily like they group up,
yeah,
right?
but the teachers can like
that's
like,
kind of sad though.
Yeah, but the teachers can like kind of move shit around. Like they have.
But
like,
they don't.
They don't. They just let the
Yeah.
Chinese kids like.
Minority dorm.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Or all
that's
the
kinda
dorms
like,
the same
yeah.
price, or is it like college where they can like pick a more expensive dorm or something?
No, it's all the same price because there's only like 400 kids. So
Yeah, that makes it even weirder how like some one type of people gets in the same dorm then, because like
Yeah.
we have dorms at our
Segregation, dude.
no. We have dorms at our school where like it's like there's like the rich kid, like the most expensive doors where all like the rich kids go, and they have like sinks and shit in their bathroom and like full kitchenettes on each like floor and stuff, right?
Damn.
But like yeah, that's a whole different like story in high school or on a boarding school where you all pay the same, and then it just ends up like kind of getting segregated from like other people. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, I get it, but it's like, I don't know, like the Chinese kids always really wanted to like separate off for some reason. None of them like wanted to talk to anyone. And I didn't live in that dorm. I lived in like another dorm called like Eccles, which like, you know, had the basketball team and everything, and it was just like another experience. But it was just like, it was so weird. I can't even explain it. Like some of the shit, like, sorry for cursing, but like some of the shit I saw like in 4 years is just so weird. Like all the teachers are really weird.
Dude, we have a fair share of stories of like weird teachers at ISB, but we can't like can we like not name drop? Honestly, probably should. Like not that they would ever listen, but yeah.
I mean, we had some teacher viewers. Maybe they will listen.
Nah, like Stenning and Cover are fine though, because we wouldn't.
Yeah, shout out to Stenning and
talk
Cover.
bad on them. I doubt Stenning listens to this anymore.
Our loyal teacher supporters.
Yeah.
Stenning. I remember when we asked like Stenning to be like the sponsor, because we were like trying to make it a club so that we could like have an excuse to use all the equipment of the the middle school like podcasting rooms. Club, and their mics and stuff. So we made an excuse so that we were like starting our own media club. And then first of all, we didn't even get our like papers in or whatever the shit was. Their excuse was we like missed the deadline to create a club or whatever stupid excuse that was. And then we missed the deadline to get into club fair or whatever. And then like when we were talking about it, we were just taking BP on a random like off day, right? It was who was it? It was you and me. Was Grayson there too? I think Grayson might have been there.
He's always there.
Yeah, and then we were like, somebody text Stenning, and then we just text Stenning, and then he just walks all the way out here from from like the dome or from like his wood shop or whatever, and we're like, yo Stenning, you wanna sponsor this club? He's like, yeah, sure. And then we just have nothing left, and he just walks back. We like could have answered it in a text, like said, hey Stenning, in the text, do you want to sponsor this? But we said, hey Stenning, can you walk out all the way over here? We got to ask you something.
It's like those professors trying to set up meetings when it could just be done in the email.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
My professor, I've had my math professor for the semester. Like he like wanted to, if you like had a problem with your grade or something, you could set up a meeting with him. But I literally just like asked him to regrade all my exams because we could ask for that. And every single exam he regraded, like gave me more points back because his grading didn't agree with the like TAs who grade it. So I ended up, if I wouldn't have done that, I would have gotten kind of hosed in math.
Yeah, I feel like some TAs are just salty, dude.
Dude, yeah.
They just like
bad experience.
Yeah.
They're great.
They just want to hurt the undergrads, you know. Dude.
If they're not giving like a rubric or something, they don't even like know what to do. They just get graded off their own standards, and it's just awful.
Exactly.
Especially for partial credit. I mean, you can't do the same for like for physics. We had the Scantron, bubble sheet. Multiple choice tests, and you can't do anything about that.
Those? Damn.
Dude, it was so awful. It was 25 questions, physics test. It was so bad. You couldn't show any work or partial credit. So if you didn't get an answer on the sheet, you're basically just fucked. And that's how it ended up being for most of the time. Ethan, like, after that boarding school fiasco and stuff, you obviously started your applications probably in junior and senior year. What schools were you looking to go to? Like, trying to get away from that boarding school scene, or like go somewhere close, or where?
Dude, I applied all over the place. I applied like mainly to the East Coast, and then like last minute, my parents convinced me like 5 days before to apply to like the UCs, and so I did. I like tossed in an application there, and then applied to some Ivies. I applied to like Syracuse, upstate, and I applied most of the schools like NYU and like WashU and like all these like schools just like all over the place. And like, yeah, I mean, it was just I didn't get a chance to visit any schools, so that was like
because COVID, right?
Dude, yeah. And then like, you know, I really was just like shooting my shot in the dark. Like, I didn't really know anything about these schools either. Like, research only does so much. So, you know, at the end of the day, I really just like was okay with anything.
What was your like direction? Like, what did you want to do when you started applying?
I mean, I applied for international relations, which is like a decently common major, I'd say.
Yeah.
But like, I was going out of my way to look into schools with like some kind of art program or some kind of like, you know, something in that sort, because I like was pretty like not sure about international relations and like a government degree or something like that. But like, you know, like, hats off to you if you're interested in that, because that's like, you know, everyone's different. But yeah, and then like I told my parents I wanted to go to like law school, quotation marks, right? Nothing wrong about that either. You know, law is a great degree and like people should pursue it.
It's a great career.
But yeah, I just like wasn't sure, and I was just wanted to apply to schools that had like a lot of range. But dude, it was so stressful. Like, I'm sure you guys can all agree, but like,
yeah,
it's just like,
no,
yeah.
Mine wasn't. I just applied to one school because I was like, fuck it.
Bruh, this guy.
Good
Well,
engineering
nice,
program. Let's go.
That's nice.
So what'd
though,
you settle on for your major? Are you still undecided on that?
Still undecided, but you know, I'll let you know in like probably a year. But yeah, it depends.
What are you
I
looking
might
at for
double.
like your most? What are you
Um,
most interested in?
I don't know. There's like, I'd say like a myriad of things. For NYU, I'd say there's like a really good film program. There's a really good, you know, CAS system, and you know, like the government program's not bad. So I might double. I want to look into certain programs a little bit more and like whatnot. But like, I'll have to see. You know.
Try some classes out.
Yeah, try some
Yeah,
classes
yeah.
out,
yeah.
I understand.
Just
You don't want to like
depends.
limit yourself to like getting stuck down one route and like not having an option to change later. I get you.
Yeah, but like, you know, also just like have a plan, be like, you know, semi-realistic at the same time, and yeah, I mean that's the goal. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's always smart because like same thing with like because Arho and I like doing like this podcast thing, but like
Mm-hmm.
we wouldn't go into like a journalism degree or something like that. Like it's
Yeah.
kind of a side thing, like a hobby. That's because
Yeah,
it's
for
fun
sure.
for us to do, and it takes our mind off of like, especially this last semester for me. It's probably been the worst semester, not only like GPA wise, but like just no fun. Honestly, it was so what we
Yeah, I
consider
get it.
in our like major a weed out semester. So it's basically every student's typically their hardest semester where they take every single hard class, every hardcore class basically at the same
Jeez.
time.
Yeah.
So it's like the highest level physics, usually your highest or second highest level math course. You just starting organic chemistry at this point.
Oof.
A chemical
Poor girl.
engineering course. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just overwhelming, honestly, especially coming off a year where we did online, right? And it was a little more lax. You had more time. You had your own. You made your own schedule and stuff, and then coming back into having to go to like scheduled classes and then scheduled in-person exams and stuff was a hard
Sounds
transition.
tough.
But yeah, I think I'm
Yeah.
over that. I think this semester is going to be better, and more fun. As long as we can keep up our podcast schedule and stuff, like we'll have something to do.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, for sure.
That was always our inconsistency after I left Beijing, because we had plans for the Ho show, and then I left, and then like it fell apart. Did you guys even do Did you guys do any shows after I left?
I don't think we did, because it was first semester was baseball season, and then right after that it was like COVID, so
that's true.
it just kind of died.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's
rip.
unfortunate. This is a revival.
But it's okay. We're now back.
The start of the new season or whatever.
Yeah. So Ethan, I know you went on an amazing boat trip.
Oh yeah.
Tell us more about your little boat trip.
Okay.
Like, when was that? What did you guys do?
Yeah. So my boarding school has this like training vessel called Geronimo. She's a beaut, I have to say, but I've been on her twice. The first time was in March. It was only for a week. The second time I went back for more. It was another month, and it was just a really fun time. I've never sailed before, and like I think the program is like organized really well. So they like select a group of students that apply for every trip, and like it sounds really cool, right? Like usually they'll have like a course plan. So for the first trip, we sailed around Florida. For the second one, because it was longer, we sailed from Georgia to all the way up to Maine and then back down to Rhode Island. And it's just like a really tiring but really like kind of eye-opening and fun trip, I'd have to say. But you know, there's a lot of chores on a boat, and there's a lot of work to do on a boat that like I didn't expect. Like they make us cook, they make us like clean the toilets, and they make us like do all that shit, and then we can't like shower, and like it's just this like
just like a
grindy
school
scene.
sponsored trip or something. I think I missed the beginning part. Or is it
Yeah,
just like
yeah. So the school bought the vessel. Well, they had the vessel made in the 90s.
the boarding school or the college?
The boarding school.
Boarding school, okay.
And they've had it like preserved pretty well. And there's a captain. There's two captains, and they like rotate on and off. And then there's always two mates per trip, which are like two experienced crewmen who like usually sail on different tall ships across America. Yeah.
And where do you guys go on these boat trips? Like where do you sail to?
So we sailed. Well, I talked earlier about Florida and like just like cross different states, but like usually around this time during the summer they do like a transatlantic, but because of COVID they didn't do one this year. But like usually like we stop in islands, you know, we stop in like places where like we wouldn't have normally gone if we like drove cross country. Like for example, we stopped at this one place in North Carolina. I forgot the like island's name. It sucks. But like if you follow like the Hatteras Islands along Virginia, like you'll see it. And it's really cool. It's just basically like this point that like has a huge ton of like corals, and it like blocks off like any of like the waves incoming into like North Carolina. It was like really fun experience. You know, saw a seal, saw dolphins.
Yeah.
You know,
So I'm
saw, like,
assuming
wild
that
horses.
this got to be a big boat then, like a yacht or just a sailboat.
Yeah, it's a sailboat, but like, I mean, if someone like owned it privately, we'd probably call it a yacht because it's like a really pretty boat. But it's not that big. It's 70 feet, and like once you have like 12, 13 people living on it, it's not. It's pretty
Sounds
small.
pretty crowded for 12
dude.
people.
Yeah, I
Bunk
was gonna
life.
say they would probably have to limit the numbers on that, right? Especially if you're all living on that, they couldn't bring like a huge group there.
Yeah, but like things are pretty strict, and like the girls get their own cabin and the guys get their own cabin. Food wise, you know, like they buy a crap load of food every time we stop at a harbor, and then like we just like have like a 2-hour session where we like stock everything into like the different like nooks and crannies in the boat, and like the freezer and like the fridge, and then like I mean it's a job, man.
Did the boat have Wi-Fi?
No, we do not have Wi-Fi.
There
They
would not
take
be
our
Wi-Fi on the
phones,
sea.
man.
They take your wait, what?
Yeah, they take our
Why?
fucking
What's the
phones
point
like
of
the
taking
first
your
day.
phone?
Because they want us to be like not like looking at our phones while we're like traveling and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
That's bullshit.
Yeah, I mean,
I would not go on that.
Yeah. And like some of the stuff we do is like, well, we did was like, I guess like kind of important because it is like a sailboat. So like when we're traveling from, let's say, I'm trying to give an example, like Charleston, South Carolina to like Baltimore, and when we're underway, we'll have like different shifts. And like every boat is different, but for our trip, we had nine kids, 2 crew, and a captain. So we separated into free watch groups, so A, B, and C, and then watch A was from 12 to 4 a.m.
Oh my.
And then watch B was 4 to 8 a.m. and then watch C was 8 to 12 a.m. and then you do it in 8-hour intervals. So watch A would go again at 12 to 4 p.m. and then like so forth. Yeah. And then during those watches you do like the chores in the time zone. Yeah, so 12 to 4 was obviously the worst, but my favorite was 4 to 8. That was pretty good.
Is there a lot to do in the 12 to 4 one, or is it just trying to stay awake?
You just sail. You have to, someone's steering, someone's navigating, and then but like it's like wet and like cold and shit.
Yeah.
And like
Dark.
Dark. But the moon
Honestly,
is bright, surprisingly.
Honestly, I'd prefer the 12 to 4 because I usually go to sleep at 4 a.m. So honestly, if I was I would be awake that whole time and then go to sleep at 4 a.m. and then wake up for the next one, I guess.
Yeah, but like there's that, right? Like the night session isn't that bad, but the day session is horrible because we're out at sea and like it's blistering hot at 12, like, and you just finished lunch and you have to wash the dishes and like,
God,
dude, it's just brutal. Like, I'm telling you, man, 4 to 8 is like, because you get sunset and then sunrise, and then you don't have to dishwash. Dude, dishwashing on a boat is fucking brutal for like 9 people, and like the space is super small. And so imagine like 9 plates, 9 like pieces of silverware for each person, and then like, dude, it's excessive, man. It's like, it gets to you. But,
how
like,
was the
fun.
food on the boat?
Oh, it's good because like we take shifts in cooking, so all of us cook. So everyone tries like their best because like we want to impress each other, right? It was fun.
You guys fish as well?
Yeah, like my friend.
Food.
Yeah, my friend really liked to fish. So what we would do is while the boat was moving, they would like hook a fishing line to the back of the boat, and then I guess like they had a lure or something, so like the fish would catch on. And we caught a mackerel the first time, and then the second time we caught a mahi-mahi. Yeah, which was like.
Did you cook those or release them?
Delicious. Oh, we ate them, man.
Oh, okay.
We ate
Yeah,
them.
of course.
Yeah, we ate them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
mercy
much
to
of a
the
fish.
fish.
No mercy, dude.
So
Yeah.
how'd that compare to like what you would eat in China? Like, what would
Honestly,
you like
dude,
more?
Like, I mean, I didn't really taste like I mean, like, obviously it's probably better than like fish, like a carp in like a Chinese market. But like, honestly, like if you had a mackerel like cooked just like in like a restaurant compared to that, like I probably wouldn't have like tasted that much of a difference. But it was good, you know. It was like a fun experience, and the fish was really beautiful. It had like colored like gills, and like it was blue, and like
Yeah, I want to transition
Fresh
to that, the food, because I want to talk about Ethan Ma's food journey a little bit because I think that's just the story behind that is just hilarious. Of course, Arho was your film,
the
and you died, right? He was your
director.
DP for that because I wasn't even there. Honestly, we were just that's when we were doing the whole Arho and I were doing the whole YouTube thing and trying to get more series and like content going, and then it just failed miserably in like the span of like 2 days. All of our like new ideas just like crumbled. It was so awful.
No, but like it was a worthy endeavor, I'd like to say.
We ventured into the streets of Beijing. You know, it was pretty
Dude,
fun.
yeah, what did we do? Yeah, we stopped at like Karoji. Do you remember that? Like the Muslim restaurant
Really?
in like Hohai. Yeah, I got like the
I remember bringing you to a place my grandparents brought me to in the streets, in like one of the hudong.
But what did we eat? What was the
I
food?
forgot. It was.
Was it like rosamo or something? I remember we ate rosamo
Yeah, we ate it like
at
after
like some
that.
trashy restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys
So
were trying to
just,
get me
moved
to
our time.
like go on this thing with you, and I was gonna go with you guys, but then you were like, we're gonna leave at like 6-7 a.m. I was like, nah, fuck no, I'm
Did
not
we leave
coming.
that early? No way.
man.
No way we left that
When'd
early.
you end
dude.
up
We're not-
leaving?
we're
That's
not
what you
morning
told me.
people, dude.
Yeah, we
That's
are
what you
not
told
morning
me.
people.
I'm pretty
Really?
sure you told me that you were leaving then, and then you ended
Yeah,
up
'cause
going
we
at
trying
like
to be like productive.
yeah, and then you ended up
No,
going
we're
at
not
like
very
3
productive
p.m.
people,
dude.
so-
Dude, no. Yeah, like yeah, when
Holy
we got
shit,
there,
dude.
like yeah, we didn't
Oh,
plan
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, we just went.
Yeah, we just like went to
Went
that
wherever.
place and then like didn't do no research,
We
didn't
just
do no
circled
like
around the whole
narration.
high and took some pictures.
Took some pictures, took some videos, and that was
Yeah.
like it. Yeah,
But I mean, at least we made a trailer.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
I
fun.
mean,
Dude, now I
no
regret. I kind of
episode.
regret. We'd have clips for that. I regret unless you can find like the original clips. Arho, on like I
I
think I,
have
might.
it for sure.
I think I might have
it,
them on a hard drive too. Honestly, I have a hard drive upstairs. I don't know if it's the right one, but if you give me those, I can add those clips in. That would be pretty funny. I kind of semi regret. I should have archived or privated those videos, but I don't know why I deleted them permanently.
Yeah, those were good times. We definitely should have
Dude,
finished
yeah.
the series.
That was
They're
fun,
milestones.
We
So-
could continue them in the future.
Yeah, in the future sometime.
We should do
food journey in New York.
Yeah.
That would
yeah,
be
we
pretty
should
sick.
film something. Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd
Yeah,
be
it's
funny.
A lot of good food here in New York.
a lot of good food. Ryan and I have been plowing through.
Yeah.
Pizza, New York style
Yeah,
pizza.
Pizza,
we
yeah.
actually just got pizza a couple hours ago.
Yeah,
Some nice New York pizza.
yeah.
What are your thoughts on New York pizza, Ethan?
Oh, dude, so good. Dude, I could like.
Better than deep dish
Yeah.
for sure. I don't like.
Oh yeah.
I don't like deep dish. Chicago's
like the-
deep dish
yeah, and
pizza.
like the
I don't.
Pizza
Yeah.
lineage in New York, man. All the Italians. Gotta respect all the Dons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Honestly,
take that shit seriously, dude.
Yeah, the diversity of food here is just. I
Yeah,
don't think you
it's
can find this
crazy.
anywhere else in the world.
Dude, no. you
What
can't.
else have you guys
It's
had
crazy.
since being there? Did you get there? When did you get there, Arho? Like 2 days ago?
Yeah, on the. When did I get here?
31st.
I got the 31st.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are you staying in an apartment, you guys?
yeah. I'm staying
Yeah.
at Ethan and his mom's apartment for now.
Flushing, Queens, baby.
Flushing,
Chinatown.
Yeah, it literally feels like China here.
Chinatown?
Yeah, man.
You go downstairs, it's
Yeah,
literally
dude.
China, dude.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah, because I've been
Chinese
to
people
Chinatown
everywhere.
when we visited DC one spring break or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
We went to DC and then we went to like the Chinatown. I was like, yeah, this feels like home. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's probably not comparable to here, though.
Yeah,
Is it-
dude,
is it a lot
here
bigger
it's
there?
like it's a
all
legit
Chinese people.
Chinatown,
Yeah,
dude.
bro. It's
Yeah.
No, it
like
was it was
grimy
all
and, like-
Chinese people. You'd be surprised. You'd think there would be like more tourists or like just people living there for no reason.
Yeah.
But no, honestly, in the one in DC, there's a lot of Koreans and Korean shops too, as well. Honestly,
So it's like a K-town and Chinatown combined kind of thing.
yeah, either that or
Molding.
there was two distinct, different K Town and Chinatown, and we just like merged them together. I just merged them together in my mind because maybe they were like close to each other. I don't really remember it all that well, honestly. But yeah, I just remember going there and then being like, yeah, let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Continuing on the food, we know you're a big food guy because of our,
dude.
we were gonna do a whole food series.
Oh,
What are
yeah.
what are your favorite cuisines?
Bro, like...
There's
I
a
think,
lot of them here in New York, so
Yeah, man. Chinese food, man. I gotta say Chinese food.
Yeah.
Chinese food's the best.
homeland
like,
food.
Yeah, most underrated, most, like, dissed on, like, cuisine in America, I think.
Which
Like,
type of Chinese dishes, like which 菜系 would you
What?
say is like your
I
favorite?
do,
though?
like, I don't even... Any, bro. Like, you know, when I first came to boarding school... Like, some of the kids were like, dude, how do you live on Chinese food all day? Like, it's so bad. Like, you just eat, like, sesame chicken all day. I was like, are you
Dude,
serious?
yeah.
dude? Like,
Yo,
they,
fuck
they don't
you, like, what?
they don't know
They don't
like that's not
understand,
even
man.
that's not even like the American Chinese food. It's not even like
Oh, man. Yeah.
the real actual stuff. Most of it isn't, by the way. Anyway, and they have like Chinese people working like at Hy-Vee. They like put or like I don't know if it's like Panda Express. They do it too, but like at Hy-Vee, they just put all the
Yeah.
like Chinese people who apply into like the Chinese like food department. And I'll just be
Yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah, but for like, answer Reinho's previous question, I like Yuetai probably,
USA.
or
yeah.
like Lutai.
Would you say so? You're more of like a southern type of
Yeah,
southern
Sichuan,
Chinese cuisine.
Sichuan
maybe.
Thai. You like the Sichuan
Yeah,
Thai?
Chuantai, a little too spicy for me, bro. A
It
little too
is.
Yeah.
spicy for me.
I can't eat
Yes.
like 川菜 or like 重庆, you know,
Yeah,
like 重庆
dude,
火
the
锅.
hop. Oh my
That thing
god.
is, dude. I ate like
Kill you,
I went to
yeah.
this like 重庆火锅 place in Shanghai with my family. We got like a wei wei la pot, which is
Oh,
like
dude, yeah, I know.
half the least spice.
Yeah.
Man, I
Fucking kill you, dude.
yeah, I
It's
died
so-
on the second
yeah.
day. My stomach was dying.
Yeah.
Like I don't get
Sad.
how they can take that. Like they eat
Either
that like all
they
the
eat
time.
that from
Dude.
That's
from birth.
crazy.
They build their immunity from birth or whatever, or they just have like no
I don't
sense.
know.
I think it
in
has to
their-
do with the
their
climate, to
smell.
be honest.
Yeah,
'Cause,
yeah.
like, if you're
It's,
in,
like,
if you're in the
foggy and,
north
like-
and it's like all dry and stuff, and you
Yeah,
eat that,
you
it's
don't wanna eat that
definitely
shit.
bad for your body.
Yeah, you don't want to eat that stuff, dude.
Yeah,
Gotta eat the carbs in the north.
yeah,
Like the
they're sure,
carbs.
yeah, sure. You
Build
know?
the
Yeah,
fat
dude.
Noodles
for the
get
winter.
doughy stuff.
The doughy stuff, yeah.
Would you say rice or noodles?
Dude.
That's a
Noodles.
real test on if you're a
Noodles.
southern.
Noodles.
Then you're a northern food guy.
No,
There's
no,
more,
but like
there's
no, but
more
it's like-
variety in
like-
noodles though. There's so
yeah,
much
yeah, there
variety
is,
in
but like,
noodles.
yeah, like, based on itself, I think like noodles win, but like, I don't know, like,
From dishes,
Like the more
from
the-
dishes,
yeah,
I think
dishes,
I
the
yeah,
think
like
stir
noodles
fries.
if
win.
you go to like Shanghai, it's like so much more like, I don't want to say like, because like the South has like had a richer history in terms of like finance and like wealth than like
Yeah.
the North.
Yeah.
So like they have like a higher diversity of like actual like, food.
Yeah,
Once
yeah.
you like go up north, it's just like carbs and like fat.
Yeah,
'Cause
northern
everyone
food
was,
is
like,
more-
poor.
Yeah,
Just
it's
farmland.
true. It's true.
Yeah.
It's just like cornfields.
Dude, like Dongbei, like Manchuria,
Yeah.
like the like London, like that's all they eat all day, like
That's true.
like stewed meat. That's like, 'cause
Yeah.
that's all they had.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what happens when you get too close to Russia.
dude, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I think one interesting like thing is, so there's this really famous chef in New York. He's
Yeah.
called David Chang. He started this whole chain called like Momofuku. Sounds weird, but like, he's a big guy in the food world, and he has this like idea where, harsh times create great cuisine. So
Yeah.
like famines, wars, etc.
Yeah.
And so like harsh climates and like harsh times in China, like without those, people never would have like ventured into eating like freaky stuff that people like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, yeah, chicken legs, like pig arteries, like
Yeah,
shit
and
that,
those
yeah.
like I think it's not just that, but some places it's just their culture,
Yeah, dude.
Guangdong
Oh no,
they eat anything, dude.
dude,
it's
yeah,
anything.
Too far, bro. Too
Yeah, I wouldn't touch half what they
like
eat.
the
You know?
monkey stuff, bro.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
monkey-
What's your
It's
what's your
crazy,
opinion
dude.
on moon pies, moon cakes, whatever? I gotta
very
have
high
it.
in calories.
It is. I don't.
No, on
I
the
honestly don't
on the
like
taste
it.
though.
Taste, I mean, yeah, good like once a year, but like,
I wouldn't have it on like a
I think they're
regular
shit.
weekend. You know?
Yeah.
I think they're
I don't
shit,
like-
dude.
I just eat them for
like,
the
yeah.
sake of eating them.
Yeah, because it's like a paying respects to like
Yeah.
your family and like the tradition. But like
'Cause-
I'd rather have like like a pie or something. Like,
Tommy Bear, you know.
Yeah,
That's
oh,
a,
yeah,
that's
Tommy
a
Bear,
that's
like,
a good thing. I
yeah,
have.
but like
I'll eat them.
I talk shit about like American cuisine a lot, but at the end of the day, dude, like some like American food is like pretty good. Like nothing hits the spot like a fucking burger sometimes.
Like a shake,
You know what
like
I
a
mean?
Shake
Yeah,
Shack
yeah,
burger or
sometimes you just-
something.
you just
Yeah,
Dude, yeah, like Five Guys or like, man,
Yeah, I feel like that's more of like a modern stomach thing.
dude,
you know?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
we end up like craving
com-
that high
it's a
calorie
comfort
food
food,
because
yeah.
we've had them for so long.
Yeah, pizza.
Like it would definitely be too greasy for people like 2
back
centuries
then,
ago.
yeah, I'd probably eat that and like throw up.
Yeah.
yeah, but it's
They
just
probably
good.
don't have that much like oil back in their days, you know? It's just so much.
Yeah,
It's a lot of grease.
delicious.
It's not healthy,
Yeah.
but it tastes good, and it has sometimes it has
does.
a lot of calories, and that's all that matters especially
Yeah.
when you're bulking or whatever.
You need that stuff.
Yeah.
High fat, high protein, calorie surplus.
Yes.
Yes,
when
sir.
you're bulking.
Yeah.
So other than Chinese cuisine, like what else? What's your second?
Second cuisine?
Yeah.
Dude, like,
It's
I don't
gotta-
know, like, everyone has their own preference, but, like, no, I think it's keep in mind, like, just, keep your eyes open,
That's
you
true.
know, that's, like, important, but, like, second favorite cuisine?
It's got to be Italian.
Yeah, I
right?
mean, Italian
Yeah.
food's great, it's
Yeah,
just,
we
like,
just went to a Italian
pizza restaurant, yeah, but, like, very fortunate to have, like, gone to Italy once
Yeah.
or twice in my life, and, like, pizza, man, all kinds of pasta, and, like, that stuff. But like,
I always go with
it's
the
just, like,
pastas. The pastas in an Italian restaurant over the
But there's,
pizza,
like-
because yeah.
Yeah, but there's like a lot of like minute similarities between like Chinese and like Italian food and just like cuisines throughout. Like instead of water and dough in pasta, it's like eggs, olive oil and dough. So it's like, you know, it's just one ingredient.
And
It's, like,
instead of like a broth,
different, yeah.
usually like a broth or a soup with their noodles, it's like a sauce
just
and usually a creamier.
tomatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Chinese people say, like, you know, Chinese people
Dude,
got
yeah.
Italians into pizza.
Yeah,
Like they
bro.
say Marco Polo brought what was it?
Yeah, like a
Marco
pizza.
Polo.
Like,
Yeah, that's
Queen Margarita. Or
yeah.
something.
When he went to
No,
China,
yeah,
he
yeah.
brought it back to
Yeah.
Italy and made pizza.
Yeah.
I thought he was with the noodles. He brought the noodles back.
Dude,
I think it was pizza.
bro,
I
like
think it
the
was
like
pizza.
the Charbon, like
Yeah,
fuck,
yeah.
yeah.
That's what Chinese people say.
Yeah.
Who knows if it's true?
What is true is like pizza margarita was named after like Queen Margarita, because and like the guy, whoever like created it, I forgot his name, like he matched the colors to like the Italian flag. So like the green of the basil with the white of the mozzarella cheese with like the red of tomatoes, and that like makes the thing. That's the only like thing that I do know, but like everything else seems like meh.
Yeah.
No, I think it was noodles, because I searched it up.
I just searched it. It was 葱油饼 and pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I haven't had that in such a long time. Oh my
Yeah.
god, my mom can make that. I'm gonna ask her to make that. I'm so spoiled. What else? I mean, I grew up watching a lot of food stuff. So like, whenever I came to America, I would watch like, what's that guy's name? Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri.
Drive-ins,
Oh, my.
dine-in, and like dives with my dad. And then afterwards, like, I matured a little bit. I watched a lot of like Anthony Bourdain. May he rest in peace.
Oh, rip.
Dude, Riff, man, that was a legend. And then,
That guy hung himself.
yeah,
Yeah, in the
so
hotel,
sad.
right?
Depression, yeah, in France. Yeah,
Yeah, you never know when these like celebrities are having like going
Dude,
through
yeah.
depression.
Did you see
It's
Betty
hard to tell.
White just died?
yeah.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Yeah.
Like 2 weeks away from her 100th birthday. That's unfortunate.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, yeah.
Sucks,
So
Yeah.
ironic. They were like writing articles like how she's such in good health, almost approaching her 100th birthday, and then like 2 days
Aw,
later,
that's so
jinxed
they
him.
jinxed
They
it
jinxed
so
her.
hard, dude.
No.
Oh my god.
That's so tough.
Can't believe the queen outlived her. That's what they're all saying.
Oh
queen.
my god.
How old is the queen,
She's like-
dude?
She's getting there, dude. She's
God.
getting
It's gonna be big news when she passes away.
there. Yeah. They have like
Oh,
that
yeah.
whole plan with it too.
Yeah, it's like what, like $1 billion plan or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Like a whole procedure.
procedure.
Yeah, continuing on food. Do you have any like
Food.
memorable restaurants that you've been to throughout your
man.
life?
I've never been to like any of like the super like fancy restaurants.
Like,
Like
not the
the
Michelin stars one.
no, I've been to like
Couple.
one Michelin star restaurants.
Like a
but,
Gordon
like, the-
Ramsay restaurant.
No, I've never been to those. But like the free Michelin star restaurants, they get like a little pricey. Like especially in the ones in New York. Like so, there's 11 Madison Park in New York, and then there's one called like Le Bernardin and like Massa and blah blah blah, and they just get like really pricey, like $200-300 per like sitting or something like that. So it just like I think it's like only catering to like a specific audience. But in terms of like good food, man, like I took Ryan Ho to like Katz's like deli like 2 days
Yeah,
ago. I mean
yeah.
no, it's 2 days ago. I
No,
went.
it was yesterday. It was
Oh,
yesterday.
yeah,
It was
yesterday. It was really good. You know, like I went there 4 years ago with my dad. That was like a great time. Never had Jewish food before. Never had pastrami before, and like that was a place to go. I went to a really like famous sandwich place in Florence when my family and I was there. It's called like, I apologize if I like pronounce it wrong, but like Atlantico something, and they opened a store in New York actually. But yeah, that was really good. But I mean, good food's out there, and like pretty much any restaurant in China gets my approval.
Yeah, the homeland food.
Homeland food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on boba? It's a
Dude.
it's not new, but like it's a trendy thing now in
trendy
America
shit, dude.
that we
Trendy
brought
shit.
over from that from
bro.
across the world.
There's that like the stigma around it, dude. People like that stuff way too much, man.
Yeah, do you think it's overrated?
Yeah, and it's
Which
like
is
it's
not.
like association with like Chinese culture. So all these like celebrities gotta be like, oh, like I like my boba, blah blah. Like can't live without it. Like
To please the
come on,
Asian
like,
audience?
Yeah, dude. Like what the fuck? Like just boba, man. Like not a big deal. Like if you said like tea or something, I get
Yeah,
it. But it's like
yeah.
I don't know. It's like
Dude, on the
feel
topic
like-
of, oh yeah, continue actually.
better drink a milkshake, something like that.
How often do you get boba?
Not very. I mean that like us getting it today was like the first time in
Like,
like a year and a half.
A year and a half?
Yeah,
For that
How
it's
long?
been a
often,
long
dude?
time.
How
Oh
often
my
do you
God.
get boba, Arho? How often do you get it?
I don't know, not that often. I crave it like
Yeah.
I don't know, like once, twice a month.
Oh yeah.
I never like.
I say
crave
that's
it.
like an Asian, like that's
like-
a normal amount
Yeah.
for like your
Yeah, no, that's-
average Asian
yeah.
here.
It's like
Dude, no. Remember when we had access to Wi-Fi directly to the school and
Oh,
Yeah,
stuff?
back we had.
The
my
it was
man.
out of hand, dude.
It was
We
so
would get, like-
easy to get it.
It was so
and
easy.
it was
and
cheaper
it was-
too.
yeah.
Dude, remember how we would go take BP and like order Dunkin' Donuts and like boba to the field and like just
Dude.
like
Yeah,
what was
we
it?
just go out, grab it, and we eat it on the field while we're taking
Dude.
BP.
Yeah, I don't know
Those
what that
were
was
the
about.
times, dude.
Dude,
oh
oh
my
my
god.
god.
Yeah,
That was
but
so
we ate
fun.
like when I was still at ISP, we ate like lentil ramen every day.
Oh
for
my
lunch.
god, yeah.
You stingy ass, bro. It's
Dude,
the
yeah.
cheapest, like,
It was like what, like 10 kwai for a whole bowl?
yeah,
And I couldn't finish the bowl because it had so much noodles in them.
Yeah,
Like it
What-
would be
what
like
was
two
that?
slices of like
oh, I
thin
remember
meat.
that. Yeah, it was like such limited meat and a lot of new, and it was good, but like
It
the
was
meat
good,
to
yeah.
noodle
It's
ratio
not
wasn't
healthy.
great.
It's definitely not
dude,
healthy.
we made
What
a
was-
fucking mess at the library every day during lunch.
Dude, what was
So
the
that
one
was our
that
spot?
that we ate with the like pork and like what was it called?
What
It's not-
Yoshinoya?
was it Yoshinoya? It might have been Yoshinoya actually.
With rice? The
Oh,
one
I
with
miss
rice?
that. I miss Yoshinoya.
Yeah, but there's also one with like a pork that was really good too, like the breaded pork. I think it was Yoshinoya. I think Yoshinoya
it
is
was-
in the United
the
States,
breaded
isn't
pork
it?
is probably like the Japanese like cutlet then, right?
Yeah.
But,
The
like,
chashaw?
that's like too bougie. We never ordered that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, what?
Yeah,
And then
so
Arho and
good.
I would order Burger King and stuff all the time,
Oh
and
yeah.
occasionally
No,
McDonald's.
dude. This guy would have Burger King, like he would have double Whoppers with no
Uh-huh.
tomatoes,
Yeah.
no
No
sauce,
vegetables.
no lettuce.
No vegetables.
What?
Bro.
It
No
was just
vegetables.
buns. It was just
Bro,
buns and like the
what?
meat. Like bro, everyone's like clowning on him
Dude.
during lunchtime. Like
get
I
them
don't
straight
no one
meat and
understands how
bread
you do that,
calories,
Riley.
bro.
You don't want like the acidity and like the tanginess.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
just
that's like
dry
a-
too. It was just
Bro,
dry.
yeah, no ketchup,
Dude,
no like
the I did try and put ketchup when they gave me ketchup
yeah.
because I like ketchup, but like
Yeah.
tomatoes I'm not a fan of, and lettuce it's just there, and it's like just for what reason? It doesn't help.
I get it,
It's just
yeah, I get that.
it's like
That's true.
Yeah.
They
Also,
don't use good lettuce.
Yeah, do you guys like fish fillets from McDonald's?
they're all right. It would not be my go-to choice, but if like someone handed me
Yeah.
like eat this and I was like hungry, I'd be like okay, yeah,
Okay.
but it's not my
Dude,
go-to choice.
Yeah, like I ordered it while we were on like this like swimming meet at school, and then like everyone trashed on me for it. Apparently like it's like a gross thing.
What?
And I got 2 of them and I was like eating that shit. Like I was going right. I was like
Yeah.
happy, you know, I thought it was like pretty good.
And they
Yeah.
clapped
And then
you
everyone
for that.
everyone just like it's like, dude, is that fish fillet? I was like, yeah. Like what the fuck? And they started like freaking out.
Oh my god.
Dude,
What?
yeah.
I didn't know that's a thing.
Yeah, no,
I,
it's
I
good.
thought it was just a normal thing.
It's good.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
god.
not a common item.
Yeah.
It's better than no, it's not better than the burger. I don't like McDonald's burgers. I think they're trash. So I get chicken
Yeah,
nuggets.
I get
They're
that.
just
It's
the
really
taste
cheap.
is off, dude.
Nugs.
The taste is off. Whatever like seasoning or
It
whatever they
tastes like-
use, it's just
yeah,
off.
it tastes like that like fake chemical flavoring they use. or
Yeah, it's
whatever.
not good at all.
Yeah.
I honestly think Chinese McDonald's is better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
honestly,
probably.
honestly, but when they deliver it to you and it's like cold, it becomes so shit. I've had so many
Yeah.
times I've ordered I ordered McDonald's and it's like I'd say 85% of the time it came like cold.
Cold and
Yeah.
soggy, that's the
yeah,
worst.
it was
Dude.
so bad.
Especially
And
the
I just,
fries. You just can't
I just
eat those
dealt
fries.
with it, dude. I just
Yeah.
ate it. I just dealt with it, and I was like, "Fuck this!" Like sometimes they
Yeah.
would come an hour and a half late and like get the address wrong. Like we don't have a problem with that here. When I order from like DoorDash or something, you never have that problem really where they like get the address wrong and have to like call you 4 times to find the right thing. It's
cheaper though back home. Like,
It is. It's a lot cheaper. I don't say it wasn't. I think it's because you lived at Yosemite and it was like gated community and everything. So it's hard to get to your house.
That was definitely
but, like,
a problem.
For your average Chinese person, it's like fast. It's really fast.
Yeah.
But DoorDash is ridiculous, dude. You can like go into McDonald's through the drive-through and get like your full meal for like $10, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then if you DoorDash it, even if it's like, I have one mile away from my apartment, but like I don't have a car at school, so I have to either have my friend drive me or my girlfriend drive me if I want to go.
Yeah.
And like it's like doubles the cost of it to like just order it because of the delivery fees and like the tip and everything. It's ridiculous. Whereas like
a lot of it's just platform money as well. It doesn't even go to the driver.
Like Meituan Waimai, you would like pay basically the price plus
price.
like a small delivery fee, dude.
Yeah, so sometimes they have like discounts and it's like insane discounts.
Dude.
Yeah.
It's basically like cheaper sometimes than going to the actual store.
Yeah, and food in China is just cheaper.
Yeah.
So like,
but I feel bad for the drivers though because they get paid like. They work long hours, and it's just like sometimes just seeing them in the rain hustling.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And they can't they get penalties for being late or getting bad reviews.
Really?
They do, yeah.
And they can't take
it's
tips either, which is
There's like this whole social movement a while ago because like there was this article that came out on WeChat about like how basically like the corporate of like the delivery world was like using their algorithms to like basically push the drivers to like have like faster delivery times at the sake of their safety. So you see a lot of like Waimei Xiaoger, they run red lights and stuff or like go the other way just to get there in time.
Okay.
It's really sad.
That's messed up. Like,
it is.
It is honestly.
Yeah. Changing the like topic, but like there is a like a Waimai like app in Flushing, and it's like Chinese.
Yeah, was it Fan Hong Mai?
Yeah, dude. What?
Yeah, we have that in Michigan as well.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a Chinese delivery
Dude,
app
that's
thing.
so fucking.
I've never used it though.
No, same.
But I always see like the posters on like the Chinese supermarket or restaurants.
DoorDash or Uber.
They always have it. Yeah.
I don't think we have that. I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in.
It's probably in a
KC.
bigger city.
Kansas City.
Yeah, there's like no Chinese people there, dude. Yeah, like
Dude, really, there aren't, honestly.
Yeah, the Chiefs game we went to, I was actively looking for another Asian person. I didn't see a single one.
Honestly, you're not
out of
like
what, like 80,000 people or something. There's not a single other Asian dude.
Remember we discussed this. When you're gonna go to a Chiefs game, there's the likelihood of you seeing another one is like not that great at a sporting event, especially an American football game. It's not.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
God. Yeah. That was a good time. The Chiefs game. It was a fun atmosphere.
It was.
Yeah. They choked today. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, they lost to Cincinnati.
Chiefs first
The
refs.
Bengals.
Yeah.
Dude, there was a ton of terrible calls the whole game, mostly
I didn't
towards
watch
the
the
end.
game, so I don't know anything.
But, dude, it was just it was dreadful.
Field.
Our defense was terrible, but the
Oh.
referee staff, they were like all new people coming together, like a whole new crew coming together. They were awful. It was it's terrible. So.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, we're talking about Ethan Ma's food journey later in like a possible revival episode. Will we post that to the Ho Show channel? Ethan Ma Reinho reunion.
We could, or
episode
to
in New
like
York?
either my channel or the Ho Show channel.
Yeah.
Because I mainly post film stuff on my own channel.
That's true. But like, on that topic, Ethan, what's your like interest in film in general? Because when we approached you with that idea in like whatever it was, 9th grade, 8th grade, you were like on board with it pretty immediately. So obviously you had like some knack or passion for filmmaking and stuff, like the same vision we had back then.
Yeah, filmmaking. I am not as experienced as like other people in ISB, I'd say, but because like I never did IB film or, like I haven't made any student films, but like man, I've watched a lot of movies, and I like say that with a grain of salt, but like I've watched like a lot of, dude, I did no work in 7th grade. Like I just torrented movies and then like watched them. Man, like it was just like I would just go on like people's like critics like lists and just like search up movies and then like watch them.
Yeah.
And then like I would watch like, I remember I downloaded Terrence Malick's like The Tree of Life, which like is like this incredibly understandably like difficult to like process movie.
Yeah.
And like I still don't understand it, but like I watched that when I was like 13 and I was like, yo, what? Like why is there scenes of nature and like what is going on? Like so Brad Pitt's like doing this and blah blah. And it was just like, I've always like liked watching movies, and my friend and I started like a movie club in high school, and we just like take that as an excuse to like use the theater on Saturdays to watch like movies. So you know, it's just always been an interest, but like I never really got to appreciate it until like these last couple of years. But like, you know, filmmaking wise, we'll see. Like a lot of people want to go into Hollywood, and it's like pretty saturated. But you know, it's a pretty cool industry, I'd say.
Yeah. So, do you like those like more like those films that require more thought and processing?
Dude, yeah. I mean, if you like, I feel like, hey, I mean, if someone like gives you an opportunity, you don't want to like pass up on it. But like, if you want to like make films, you gotta like, you know, like put heart into it, right? Like,
Yeah.
develop your own style, develop your own story, like, you know, be your own screenwriter. And like, you know, I'm in no position to give anyone advice, because like I, you know, don't know like jack about like the industry or like the art that much, but like it's just like, I think like, you know, directors or like whoever, like they're storytellers first.
Yeah,
And like they
they
spend
are.
so much time like developing like the characters and like what they write about, and like without, you know, that aspect of like the industry, it's just, I think like purely aesthetics. Right?
Yeah. Like people who just make it look good,
Yeah,
but there's
and-
no meaning behind anything.
yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
purely for like the visuals and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, not to say like being a DP isn't like important. Like being a DP is still like incredibly hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I mean, I think there's like, I think we all have like an experience where
Yeah.
like we watch a movie and you, as like a kid, and you're just like, holy shit, like this is so awesome, and like
Yeah.
this is like wow. Like I think that moment for me was like Interstellar, which like I think a lot of people love that movie, and
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell, like I want to like do stuff, this is so crazy, like how did they like make this
Yeah.
into a film, like they shoot this in space, like it's crazy. Like dude, yeah, I thought that, like it's crazy.
Yeah. His
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan stuff is just. I don't know
Yeah.
about Tenet, but you know
Yeah,
the other
that's
stuff
good.
is just
Tenet's
Like,
mind
not
blowing.
bad.
Yeah, it was a
Christopher Nolan did The Dark Knight too, right?
Yeah, the Dark Knight.
He has a way of
yeah.
like using cinematography to
Yeah.
like evoke like powerful images and stuff, which is what you should do with it. Like some people, I've seen some films that just use it to like look nice, right? Or like
Yeah.
look cinematic and stuff, but like there's
Yeah.
no storytelling with it.
Yeah.
But no, he does a great job with that.
Yeah, and like what's crazy is he went to like UCL in London, and he didn't even study film. He studied like philosophy, and like worked in the industry in like England for like the first 6-7 years of his career. Saved up some money, and then made a short film with all the money that he saved up. And like with that, he got like a producer's attention. So he like took a big risk, but you know, eventually most people do. And then he got funding for his like first actual film, Memento, and like from then on he kind of blossomed into the star that we know.
Yeah, I think
And it's like yeah.
I think it's just amazing how a lot of these people in the film industry, like their backgrounds and their
Dude,
like way into the
yeah.
industry, it's
Oh my
crazy.
God, it's crazy. Like not to say like a lot of like film majors don't eventually like get there, but there's like there seems to be a lot of people that like study English and study like the humanities before they get into it. Like so Chloe Jiao, I think a lot of people in the film industry know her. Like she won the Oscar for like Nomadland for like directing. She studied like poli-sci and like something else in like Baroque College, I think, and then she like lived just like a normal life. Like she bartended and stuff for like a couple of years, and she was like, wow, like I want to tell stories, and it just like like applied to Tish. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, and then it's hard, man. Like she came out of college and then she like lived in this like Native American community for a while, and then she wrote a screenplay and like sent that to Sundance. It's like crazy, like hard work, like sacrifice, and then like
I think like the problem with their expectations for people coming out of film school. Well, I think we've seen like a lot of successful like people. Like we know successful actors who come out. Well, I feel like more like nowadays the roles from actors come from like modeling or like some other entertainment industry before they transition into film. Like Chris Hemsworth or like The Rock or something. Yeah, usually not film school, but like directors and stuff like you were saying who majored in something outside of film for before coming into the industry. Like I think people are obsessed with the technical aspects when they're in film school, and then when you take like people who studied like philosophy, like you said Christopher Nolan did, or like poli-science or something, they have a different perspective, and that creates for a more unique like storytelling ability than someone who's focused on the technical aspects of the process.
I mean, like technicality is important, of course, but like I think telling stories is important too, and like I mean, Martin Scorsese studied English before he ever like thought of making any movies, and now he's like the greatest director of the past century, amongst like other people, of course. But like, yeah, I mean, it's out there, man. It's out there. Film is like one of like the paths where there like is no clear curriculum for you, and like no promises and no legitimate like answers, unless you have like a lot of connections and your dad is like really famous or something like that, or your mom right away.
Yeah. Aside from film, I know that you're a big you're really into art.
Oh yeah, man.
Big art guy, so we went to Guggenheim today.
We did. Yeah.
Saw a lot of great art there.
Yeah.
Really interesting stuff.
Yeah.
What got you into art?
My mom.
Your mom
made me like go to art class.
But you liked it?
Yeah, I liked it. And then I think freshman year at ISB was like the funnest art time I had.
Like in terms of like art?
Yeah, and it was like actual art, and like photography was fun and all that. And then like what was like kind of like what I'm kind of pissed off about was like once I got to like high school and like boarding school, I just didn't like do that much art anymore.
Yeah. Which
was like, I guess like kind of the environment wasn't like the right time. And yeah, I mean that was like, weird, but art's fun. I think everyone can do art, myself included. I'm like no master at all, so like I think anyone, as long as they like find their medium, can like express themselves in some kind of way, and like it's pretty cool. Yeah. Much like yeah.
You beginning like art with like your mom setting for classes, like I feel like relatable, because back in my day when I was in elementary school, like back in Chinese school, like my mom sent me to this like art class downtown, like Shaonian.
Oh, dude, it's like those like,
there's, like other
apartment buildings.
And then there's like these other Chinese kids who were like pretty much forced into the art class by their moms as well. Yeah, and then like one of the kids just hated their teachers. It's like the teacher was like, the art teacher was nice and just like, oh, what are you passionate about? What do you like to do? Yeah. And the kid was like, I want to hit my teacher. Bro. 我有打老师. No. 我有打同学. Oh no. It was like, yo, so sad. My mom saw that and was like, yo, no. Yeah, no, we're not doing this, yo.
Yeah. They ever make you like write calligraphy?
Not calligraphy. It was just like, I don't know, it was just random art class. They just pretty much let kids draw anything they want.
Yeah. Art is like, I honestly don't know, like.
What art do you usually make?
Man, I don't do like that much art. I just like draw sketches
stuff
and shit. Yeah. Like I just like have a sketchbook, like go through that stuff. Honestly, at the end of the day, like it's just like how it is. Like I think like what would be really interesting would be like I'm trying to think of what I was gonna say. I just like totally lost my train of thought. Yeah, sorry. I got it back. My apologies, guys. But I think honestly at this point, like film seems like an even like more interesting endeavor because like I don't
feel
know.
like it's a new
It's
type
like
of
it's
art.
expanding.
Yeah,
You know,
it's-
it's not like even but like recently there's like been like a callback to like the use of we talked about this like use of like actual film
Yeah,
and like
yeah,
filmmaking and like a lot of like pretty big directors are like going through that stuff. But it's like I don't know. I think it like it's an expanding art and there's like a growing industry there.
yeah.
And like meanwhile like if someone's gonna be like an artist you're kind of like fending for yourself and you need
That's true.
like the curatorial world's like approval and
Yeah.
like yeah
Because I feel like as the cost of making film goes down,
yeah
like our phone, the quality in our phone cameras are
Yeah.
so good now
yeah
that
exactly
like in a couple of years when like every like you can
Yeah.
shoot cinema grade stuff on your
Yeah.
phone,
yeah
like that landscape of like art turning like basically shifting into film and
Yeah.
like digital media. I think
Yeah.
that's gonna like
it's also
like,
more
shift
like
the industry.
yeah, it's also more like acceptable like there's like technology wise that you just covered on but like storytelling wise I think like
Yeah.
people are like being more and more like drawn in by like I don't know like liberalized kind of like topics like the movie that won the Palme d'Or in like the Venice Film Festival this year was called this movie called like Titan, which is about like this I haven't watched it but I'm really excited to watch it. It's about like this woman that falls in love with like a car and has the car as like baby or something like that.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it's crazy,
Yo,
dude.
what?
But it's like really good.
Wait, hold up,
Every
hold up.
person I've seen that like watched the movie says it's really good.
Does
And-
that have, is it like CG?
No, I don't think she actually like shows them like I think there's scenes in it that
Like
just show her
what?
like sensually like massaging the car and like whatnot.
Oh,
Like watch the
okay.
trailer, man. I think
Oh wow,
someone called it like body
that's very
horror.
interesting.
Yeah. But like yeah, man, things are getting out there. And like I think it's a great way to like expose people to different stories and like yeah.
I feel like that like film really exposed like connected the world. You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a lot of international films and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like previously with art, I guess like art has less of a language
It's-
barrier though.
Yeah, but art is like you can't not everyone understands art.
That's true.
Because like if I convey like
Some stuff are really abstract.
yeah, like cultural undertones are hard to like understand. Like if I draw like something related to like I don't know, like only like a Chinese like person will understand with like, you know, I'm trying to think of like something only Chinese people really like mess with. Like a hopper, like a vase or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Or like something like there's certain you know
No, but I
meanings
mean
with,
like you know when back in like the 1800s when
oh yeah.
the
Yeah.
British people came,
Oh, and they just took all of it.
all of it back.
Yeah,
you
all
know?
of it's still in,
like
like,
I
the
feel like they
VMA
like
and, like,
they definitely liked it,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
feel like you know
Aesthetic is like
the aesthetic is pretty much common, but
Yeah.
sometimes if you can't understand like through film, there's a lot of
yeah, you
lot of-
decontextualize art. There's
Yeah,
no like there's
yeah.
no meaning anymore. It's just
Yeah.
aesthetic.
yeah.
And there's like a whole history of that with like yeah, but film I think is in itself is like just like you said a context. There's a story,
Yeah.
you know, so you can't take the story away, and like yeah, I mean
I feel like there's more creative freedom in terms of like
There is.
expressing time,
yeah
because I feel like that's one thing that
Yeah.
like the film is like uniquely. One thing is like sound, of course, like the music aspect,
Yeah.
and also expressing time. Cause like
yeah
coming
yeah.
back on Christopher Nolan's stuff, like he uses like he messes with
yeah,
time
yeah.
a lot,
Yeah, storytelling
Yeah.
techniques. Yeah,
and I feel like art is just like
yeah.
expands on the visual aspects a lot more,
Yeah,
and like other aspects as well, more creative freedom.
yeah, for sure. And like, I think, like aside from storytelling, I don't know. Like you're definitely right about like, time itself and like how you can like shape different storyboards and like timelines with
Yeah.
like how a story is told by like you know cutting back and forth or something like that. But, yeah, I mean, dude, it's out there, it's expanding, you know, and it's like accepting like different people that try new things, like And like budgeting is difficult though, right? Like
Yeah.
you gotta get a Hollywood budget or like you're rich or something like that. But yeah, that's like I think that's like the number one like obstacle for young filmmakers is like budget.
I feel like it's more accessible than like some types of art though. Like
Yeah.
like everyone's got a phone, and
Yeah.
I think you said before like some director made like something like filmed the entire film on like an iPhone
Yeah,
or something.
Steven Soderbergh,
Yeah.
who's like a well-known, very famous producer and director, but I think he's probably paid to do that by Apple or something. And like
Probably, yeah.
Probably,
Sounds like a
right.
very big Apple
yeah,
marketing
and like
campaign.
Apple's like paying really famous directors to like film on movies like shorts on like iPhones nowadays.
Yeah.
And they're just like posting it on like YouTube.
Yeah, on their ads and
It's
stuff.
like filmed on iPhone, like yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, like tenacity, talent,
Yeah.
and hard work, and like you shall succeed.
It's great to see the bar to enter the creative world is lowering, so
Yes.
looking forward to see some new great content in the future.
Yes. Hopefully from the likes of the three of us. Or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
When we continue Ethan Ma's food journey in New York or other places.
Yeah. Quality content coming to you soon.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think that wraps up all our conversation with Ethan. Ethan, thanks for coming on the show today.
Thank
Really
you so much for having me.
great having you as a guest. Interesting. Unfortunate that
Wow.
Ryan couldn't contribute some of his stories from IMG. But
Yeah, we'll have him
it's
at
alright.
we'll have him come on at another time.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
Spill
look
some
forward to having you
anecdotes.
come on back on some other time in the future too, Ethan.
Yeah, let me know, man.
Yeah, definitely. We'll definitely have you back
Man,
again.
I got so much free time. You know.
We could do a Skype podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, everyone, thanks for listening, and we'll post another episode sometime soon in the future. So look forward to that.
Peace.